What manifests physical effects of stress? Stress can easily affect your body, your mood, and even your behavior without you even realizing it. The frequent headaches and the frequent heartburns that you must have blamed on your junk food intake can already be the physical effects of stress. The sudden outbursts and the frequent mood swings that you blame on hormones can already be early impacts of stress on the body. These effects usually manifest when there is a sudden change and the mind cannot cope with it, or if you have been experiencing it for a very long time. And long-term exposure to stress can lead to chronic stress and can have harsher effects on the body. Long-term stress can cause a multitude of physical symptoms, such as headaches, muscle tension and digestive problems, says Dr. McClyman, lead GP at Living. What are the physical effects of stress? Here are 5 most common. Physical effects of stress can come from an injury from an accident like dislocating a bone or fracturing a wrist. Or while you are stuck in traffic while running late for an important meeting. But not all come from an obvious reason such as this. Some come from an emotional level that the impacts of stress on the body can be irreversible, especially when the effects reached a sudden change in the personality and behavior that stresses changed a person overnight. Headache. Headache is probably the most common form of the physical effects of stress. Among the causes of tension-type headaches, stress is the most common. These types of headaches happen when the muscles in the neck and scalp area contract. It is often associated with the feeling of tightness around the forehead and scalp area. Insomnia is another example of the impacts of stress on the body. Even though you might not realize it yourself that you are under a lot of stress, the body recognizes it. The body sends signals to the brain, and the brain sends out signals to the nervous system, the endocrine system, and the immune system, activating the state of hyperarousal. It is the state of the brain and body that it operates on full alert, causing you to be more awake than usual, making it harder to sleep at night. Shortness of breath. Another example of the physical effects of stress is shortness of breath. Stress is also associated with tightness in the chest. The muscles that help us breathe tighten, making it more difficult to breathe. A heart attack is one of those alarming impacts of stress on the body. Chronic stress causes constriction of the blood vessels, leading to high blood pressure. And prolonged high blood pressure can lead to a higher risk of a heart attack. There is even a disease called Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, most commonly known as heart-broken syndrome, or sometimes called stress cardiomyopathy. It is not associated with the constriction of the blood vessels or blockages of the artery, but it causes the heart to pump inefficiently for a month. Upset in gastrointestinal system. Stress can also affect your gastrointestinal system. In some cases, it can slow down digestion, leading to constipation. It can also make your stomach bloat, which can give you stomach pain. In other cases, it also speeds up digestion, leading to diarrhea and LBM, loose bowel movement. It can also cause a loss of appetite. Some of the serious physical effects of stress are stomach ulcers and irritable bowel syndrome. Effect on reproductive system. Stress also affects the reproductive system. Stress can cause some infertility problems. Some studies show that women who have been under constant stress have a lower chance of pregnancy. At the same time, it is believed that those under stress have a lesser drive to be intimate. Stress can also cause erectile dysfunction and can also cause missed periods in women. Effect on immune system. Stress can also affect the immune system. During stress, the body will give you temporary, immediate protection. But prolonged exposure to stress that turns into chronic stress can damage the immune system and make you prone to frequent colds and flu. Those who are in their old age and are already sick are more at risk for stress-related immune changes. Positive physical effects of stress on our body. It is a well-known fact that stress can have negative effects on our physical and mental health. However, it is important to remember that stress can also have positive effects on our bodies. For example, stress can help us to become more alert and focused, and can give us the extra boost of energy we need to get through a difficult situation. In addition, stress can also help us to build up our immunity to diseases. When we experience stress, our bodies release hormones that give us a burst of energy and make us more alert. This can be beneficial in situations where we need to be extra alert, such as during an emergency. Stress can also help us to better deal with pain. When we are stressed, our bodies release endorphins, which are natural painkillers. So, while stress may not be good for our overall health, it can have some positive physical effects in the short term. Few advice to alleviate the effects of stress on you. Stress may be a normal occurrence in our day-to-day life, but we should work on how to reduce it. Talk to someone. Keeping it bottled in can worsen it. Try some stress-reducing activities such as meditation, yoga, and exercises. Take your mind away from what is stressing you. Take that vacation you have been saving. It's time you take care of yourself. Eat healthily. Lessen your caffeine and drink more tea. Lessen your intake of junk food and eat your vegetables. Bring positivity into your life, and worry less. It's easier said than done, especially when stressing over things has become your comfort zone. But don't be too hard on yourself. Give yourself a little room to breathe. Take a deep breath and give yourself some little forehead massages. Reduce the stress in your life before stress brings harm to you.